Captain's log. While exploring an uncharted star system in the Deneb sector, we received what we think is a message from a distress beacon on Onias 2.
Onias
We're en
2.
route to investigate.
Onias 2. Onias 2. Onias 2. Onias 2. It's right there, I think. Yes, it's that one. That's where it is. So let's start the timer and go. Whoa!
Approaching Onias 2, Captain.
It may be nothing, Captain, but a scan of the planet's atmosphere indicates a high concentration of rare gases trapped in the planet's magnetosphere. Atmospheric disturbances could produce random radio waves.
It wouldn't be the first time, Mr. Spock, but we'll never be able to tell if we don't check it out. After all, to seek out new life and new civilizations is our mission, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
A split infinitive, Captain.
What?
The proper grammatical expression is to go boldly where no man has gone before.
Somehow, I think it loses a little in the translation.
Okay, so now what?
Still no word from the planet, sir. Only the distress signal.
Alright, I guess we're going down, eh?
We're not in orbit, Captain.
Oh, we gotta get in orbit.
Entering standard orbit.
Orbit the planet Zulu! It looks like the same planet we were at before! Alright, now send us.
No signal from the planet other than the distress beacon, sir.
Alright.
Captain, our sensors will not be particularly useful to you while you're down there, and communications may be erratic, sir.
We'll be fine, Lieutenant. What reason is there to worry?
I'm afraid, Captain, there are plenty of precedents. We'll be here if you need us.
I have no doubt of that.
I have tracked the signal to its source. It is near the life forms. The rest of the planet is quite desolate. No sign of life or technology. The atmosphere is thin, but breathable. And I detect numerous micrometeorite hits.
There are 3 unformed planets in this system. It's no wonder. There are so many micrometeorites. I'm surprised any Class M planet hasn't been pulverized by now.
It is not inconceivable, but it is certainly unusual.
Let's do it, Spock. You, McCoy, and I. Oh, and tell Bones to see if a genetic specialist's available. If there are only 2 life forms, we might be privileged to see life at its earliest stages.
Oh, we got another blue shirt. We got a blue shirt.
Feels to me as if we've landed on a skeleton after the vultures have picked it clean.
A fascinating analogy, Doctor. Captain, the locus of the distress signal is in that building.
I think the doctor is right. Anything good here died a long time ago. It feels creepy to me.
Thank you for that opinion, Mr. Johns. I'll be certain to use creepy in my log entry about this.
Creepy.
Save new game.
Creepy. Save is creepy. Okay, I got this manual up and it's really it's not freaking me out, but it's really, it looks like it's part of the game. Let's go this way. See if we can go this way. We can. Hey, there's a thing.
An antenna. I wonder what it was meant for.
That's what we're here to find out, Mr. Johns.
Alright, let's scan it.
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to the Medaille sensor dish on Vulcan. It has locked the array at a 35-degree angle. Without knowledge of the code control sequence, I cannot adjust it. I also detect that its power core is not functioning. It operates on geothermal energy, tapping into heat from the ground below.
Same thing.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The focal point of the dish is aligned approximately 35 degrees above the horizon. Captain, Until power has been returned to these controls, there is nothing I can do.
No power. Alright. Okay. I guess we gotta figure out how to return power to this thing, eh? Wait. It's another... Wait, what? What? Wait, I'm confused. Did we go up or did we go down? Oh. I went this way, and for some reason, well, that's weird. So I went this way and I got here, but if I go back this way, okay. Let's go in the door. Hopefully we don't die. Oh my god, it's so creepy. What's this?
Well, I have to hand it to whoever built this place. All this equipment looks brand new and in good repair.
Let's hope the Enterprise looks this good when it's this old.
We should be very careful about how we proceed, Captain. I have a strange feeling that evil is lurking nearby.
Evil, Ensign?
Something that wants to imperil our souls, sir. We must avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, I don't like my soul being imperiled.
This DNA sequencer appears to be nearly 50,000 years old, yet it has not broken down and appears to be fully powered. Readings indicate that along with oxidation and dust, there is some organic residue in the crust-like buildup.
Use the medical scanner.
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
I'm not asking you to fix anything. Alright.
Readings indicate that along with oxidation...
Let's see if he can mess with the controls.
Captain, Ensign Johns would be the ideal person to operate this device. It appears to be ancient, yet resembles devices that were introduced in...
Alright. In that case... You...
Wow, this is almost identical to an 8000 sequencer. Cutting-edge Federation technology. Just input a sample, and the sequencer analyzes it so it can be spliced or altered on the genetic level with the replicator.
Wow, that's amazing! Let's go this way. Kirk, what are you doing? Ooh. Uh-oh.
I welcome you, otherworlders. I beseech you, save us from that which seeks our destruction.
How fitting for a devil to appear on a world that looks like hell.
Enough of that, Mr. Johns. This is just another xenobiological entity.
Correction, Doctor. This is a projection of a xenobiological entity.
Jim, the only life form readings are within that machine behind the portal. Single-cell organisms with an extremely high reproductive rate, but a very poor metabolism and an extremely short lifespan.
Okay, can we talk to the projection?
Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USS. So when do the wicked witches and goblins... Your emergency beacon and statement lead me to believe you see more of an emergency than exists here.
The emergency does exist, I can assure you. I am Visner, Dominator of the Alphans. We face extinction because of the behavior of the Omegans.
Omegans. Our instruments have given us no indication of fighting or conflict or, frankly, any civilization at all. How could we have missed a hostile force operating against you? Covetous behavior? This barren rock is nothing. Omegans.
The Omegans seek our destruction. They cling to the ridiculous belief that life began with their advent into the universe. From countless studies, we know that life existed well before they appeared. We know this because we sought refuge from the violence of their invasion. A clear sign that we predate them.
There are many accounts on many worlds of angels casting devils from heaven. Perhaps this is a twisted retelling of these stories.
Mr. Johns, avoiding the fallacy of linking two disparate and separate phenomena, is advised at this juncture.
I thought you were sentient creatures, unlike the Omegans, but this is not clear. Our enemies fail to acknowledge the veracity of our claim to precedence, despite the evidence. Go to them. See for yourself, then do what must be done. Be warned, Azra is a persuasive deceiver.
Okay. Who's Azra?
The computer is functional, but I detect no connection between the keyboard and the machine itself. Apparently, it was designed this way.
I assume you can't use it. Nope. He's gonna try and use it.
I am reactivating Visner, Captain.
I cannot blame you for not wishing to speak with those superstitious fools. But if your solution to our problem is to succeed, you must converse with them.
Okay.
I await your return.
Alrighty then. Does that mean we go this way? So maybe we go this way and we find the other one projection. Yeah.
Greetings, gentle beings, and welcome. I am Azra of the Omegan people. You are the salvation we have long sought. Thank you for answering our summons.
An angel!
Actually, it is the projected image of an angel, Mr. Johns.
Jim, somewhere in that machine behind the portal are single-cell organisms. They have a healthy metabolism and long lifespan, but an extremely low rate of reproduction.
So, on one side, we have organisms, single-celled organisms, with a very long lifespan, but a low rate of reproduction. And on the other side, we have organisms with a very short lifespan and a very high rate of reproduction. So, that's what we've got. Okay.
So where's the emergency? Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USSN. All right, I know you're just a projection. Let's speak with... So where's the... Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the US...
I am Azra of the Omegan people, an ancient and venerable race which labors to prevent the domination of this world by the forces of darkness. We require you to expunge this place of our mortal enemies.
Captain, the most worthwhile purpose in life is to fight against the forces of darkness. We must help him.
Enemies? This world is so barren that all the life on it is located right here. If you have mortal enemies, we've not seen them. Who are you talking about? Our Prime Directive prohibits us from taking part in wars on one side or the other. It would be seen as intervention. You will forgive me if I don't fall for a pretty face. I'm not about to expunge anyone. And I will take no enemies?
I speak of the Alphans, of course. They are foul, cold creatures who pervert even the most sacred ideas. They cling to the heretical belief that life began within darkness. Of course, we recognize light as the life-bringer. All things began in a brilliant, life-giving burst of light.
A burst of light? That's a common motif in creation stories.
Or in accordance with the Big Bang theory of the universe's creation.
You must expunge the world of the Alphans. This is why I called you here. I know you can accomplish what you need to do with the equipment that is present. Be warned, Visner can be very persuasive. I await your report of success.
There's no need to leave. We've already talked with Visner. I have to say that I find many of your claims insupportable.
Insupportable? How can you defend a race whose very existence is based upon deceit and foul lies?
Foul lies? Their position contradicts yours, but there are similarities. You dwell on your differences so much, you just can't see them. Frankly, Azra, Visner is quite rational and makes your impassioned pleas for genocide sound psychotic. For a being of goodness, you're rather bloodthirsty. Maybe you should try practicing what you foul lies. Their position contradicts yours, but there are similarities. You dwell on your differences so much, you just can't see them.
Captain, they're as different as angels and demons.
Similarities? They
Quiet,
are beings of shadow.
Johns.
They mock our perfection. They are our antithesis, created after we were to destroy us and our potential for good.
You repeatedly proclaim yourself good and suggest you are morally superior to the Alphans. Why don't you act like it? If you're so perfect, how come you need our help? You said they were created after you were. How do you know that?
We know we came first because that is what our sacred scriptures tell us. In the light we were born and commanded to shun that which dwells in darkness. This clearly tells us that we came first. Surely you can see that? Or is it that you have some other interpretation of the event that birthed the Omegans?
Does your sacred scriptures explicitly say that no beings were created before you?
Dare you suggest they came first?
Let's see what we've got. 2 single-celled organisms, each incapable of survival on their own. One lives in light, the other lives in darkness. Each must live a limited and unstable life without the other.
Captain, do you know what you're doing?
Allow us to unite you again. Your combined strengths will make you a viable entity again.
The persuasiveness of your arguments has opened for me a door through which I spy a future and a truth that I have long denied. You are correct. Perhaps being only half of a whole, I could not see the solution. Yes, I desire your help for my people. Help us.
Wait, I got a thing! I got a thing! See that? I got a thing.
I swear I can almost feel the life in the sample.
Take the sample! Okay, there we go. We got it. Hey, Gregory. How's
the
it
sample
going?
dish feels warm to the touch.
Okay, now we have to convince the other dude. We should probably save.
Save new game.
Reunite. Is this gonna be a quick one? Have you played this one before, Gregory? Have you seen it played before?
I am
Seen it playing?
reactivating Visner, Captain.
I never played this. Never, ever, ever.
Was it not as I said it would be? Are not the Omegans a fanatical race, uninterested in anything but fulfilling some self-contradictory, messianic destiny for themselves? I assume they filled your heads with their warped theology.
Frankly, Visner, Azra is certainly committed to his cause, but hardly the blood-mad fanatic you describe him to be. Warped theology. It is true they differ greatly from you, but your worldviews are based on common beliefs. You see things from different perspectives. Frankly, Visner, Azra is certainly committed to his cause, but hardly the blood-warped theology.
Are you utterly ungrounded in logic? They are creatures of superstition. They invaded our world, then sought to drive us from it. How can you suggest we are anything alike?
You question my grounding in logic, but you don't apply logic to an examination of Alphan beliefs. Aren't they concerned with the same things you are?
Yeah, we had problems on the last one. The last episode was kind of. That's where we got our 3 moon logics from one episode.
You're supposed to be the reasonable one. Your facts can't be very persuasive if you aren't willing to try and find common ground. You said they usurped your place in the world, which suggests prior ownership by you. What evidence do you have to support that concept?
We know we came first because they invaded us. An invasion suggests they came to take away that which we possessed. Clearly you can see that.
How do you know they didn't exist on this world before you encountered them?
Do you further suppose they came first and we invaded them?
I see there are only single-celled organisms here, each with a defect. Perhaps at one time, the Alpha and Omega life forms were united. A strong, viable species that became divided. Only by reuniting can you hope to survive. And only through mutual cooperation and our help can you reunite.
Captain, this thing is evil. We can't unite them.
Your position is unassailable and points out the one and only purpose for our races. Thank you, Captain Kirk, for making me see that. Yes, I desire your help for my people. Help us.
We just logicked him. We just used our brain juice. Our brain juice made him see the logic of the faults of his logic, and we got this thing.
You take the alpha sample, which feels cold to the touch.
I don't remember if I had the moon logic counter during the first one.
Save new game. Replace.
Yeah, that's how every argument on the internet goes. Exactly like that. You just use your brain juice, and everybody knows exactly what's going, and everybody agrees.
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Well, it's over here. Let's go over here. What's in this room? Oh, what's this?
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain. I do not see the logic in that action. The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with only 3 fingers and a thumb.
Interesting. They began multiplying at a phenomenal rate, so fast that they couldn't absorb enough energy to survive.
Wait, did we just kill them? Uh-oh. I think we did bad.
I don't understand any of this, Jim.
I think we did bad.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I think we did bad.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I think we did something bad. I don't think we should have done that.
The Omegans seemed to metabolize at a phenomenal rate, so fast they couldn't cope. Their own energy efficiency caused them to consume themselves.
Alright, we gotta reload. Alright, so we need to combine these two into one using the DNA analyzer. But how do we do it? Huh? How do we do it? Put this one in first.
This sample sequence is like a dream.
Okay, now we need to put the other one in. Now we need to put that one in here.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
Or not.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
What do I need to do? Let's see if we can phaser this thing.
Captain, using the phaser at that setting may damage the equipment.
Okay, let's try the other one then. Oh.
A unique use of a phaser, but adequate for removing the deposits from the apparatus.
Take that, deposits!
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
What the heck are we supposed to do? Use this
No,
machine.
I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
I'm confused. I feel like we need to use this one for the light one, and this one... I don't know. I don't get it.
If not for a thin covering of red dust, you would assume this DNA replicator had just been unboxed and set up.
Except there's goo on it. And my mouse just... My computer just decided to disconnect my mouse because it sucks.
A large dry room.
What am I supposed to do?
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, let's try... Okay, here we go. Put this one in here. Sample it again.
This sample sequence is like a dream.
And then sample this one now.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Maybe then it'll work.
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
The hell?
Aside from minor differences in styling, this looks remarkably like... Aside from minor differences in style... Aside from minor difference... If not for a thin covering... If not for a thin cover... If not for a thin covering of red...
What am I supposed to do? Okay.
Ensign, let Dr. McCoy try that troublesome sequence.
I can do the job, sir, if I can have some peace and quiet here.
Mr. Johns, I think I'm getting a clear picture here of your difficulties. Do you realize that insubordination is an offense punishable by a court-martial? It looks to me that you're deliberately trying to mislead us. That's not a good career move. Calm down, Ensign. No one is criticizing you. I just need answers.
Oh, he's trying to prevent us from doing this. He's being a jerk. He's saying it's evil. What the heck? What is wrong with this guy?
I appreciate the offer, Captain, but I know what's right and wrong here, so I don't need your help.
Ensign, I appreciate your situation, but this is not the time for philosophy. You have a job to do.
Yeah.
Ensign, you are here as a genetic engineer, not as a philosopher. I expect my orders to be obeyed, and if you have a problem with them, I don't expect to be deliberately misled. I could really use a Tellarite security officer right now. Ensign, I appreciate your situation, but this is not the time for philosophy. You have a job to do.
You don't understand, Captain. Look at the Alphans and look at the Omegans. There's so much evil in the universe. You're asking me to destroy a race of good and beauty by mixing their genetics with something ugly, something evil. I can't do it.
Ensign, these Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. Those projections are only constructs. Examine them yourself. Could their DNA produce creatures like Azra and Visner? I am asking you to do nothing of the kind, Ensign. You believe in the struggle of good against evil, and I respect that. But the application of your philosophical perspective is misplaced here. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. They are no more capable of good or evil than a triple. Ensign, I think you're confusing things. The Alphans and Omegans are Ensign, these Alphans and Omegans
let's
are
do that.
creatures.
That seems like we're using
Those
our brain
projections
juice.
are only constructs.
Single cells. You're right. I've been a real idiot, judging a book by its cover. I suppose I should take a refresher course in Aesop.
It wouldn't hurt. Some of the wisest people in history have written for children.
Thank you, sir. I hope you'll give me a chance to correct my mistakes. Do you think we're really meant to combine the two races?
You've programmed the sequences. You can tell whether they're compatible.
Sir, the sequencer indicates that they need to be combined for their continual survival. But how did you know?
I listened to Dr. McCoy. It seemed the logical conclusion, given the evidence.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah! That's right. There, now you'll do it, right?
The alpha sample is sequenced, sir.
So he was just pushing the wrong buttons.
This sample sequence is like a dream.
Oh, this is where the combination's gonna come out. Okay. Now what?
The two samples have joined together as easily as if they had once been a whole and had been separated before.
Any race that had this technology 50,000 years ago could possibly have been able to perform such a dissection and kept both halves alive.
Captain, with the samples sequenced together, I'm ready to use the replicator to produce a sample with the combined genetic data.
Okay, do it! I mean, this thing?
I am producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Cool. Now we take this, and it's green. It's green.
I officially christen this life form, the Gammons.
Shut up, Johns. I never asked you. Ew, it's all green. Yeah. I guess it was a combination of yellow and blue, so I guess it would make sense that it would be green, but still. Looks like green slime. Blech. Alright, let's see what happens if we put it in.
Well, Jim, it doesn't look like it does anything. Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. It took it in. It looks as if the colony is getting a foothold in there.
Life energy levels are spiking. They're building to a level sufficient for sending out a signal 100 times stronger than the one that brought us here, Captain.
The Gammon sample appears to be thriving in this environment.
Is it evil?
Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you. Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you.
It would appear there is more to this message than we are receiving.
Kirk to Uhura. Are you receiving any strange subspace or radio signals?
Captain, there is a neutrino-based transmission being broadcast near your current position from a point of unknown origin, probably from another star system. Our equipment is not designed to handle it, though given 1 or 2 weeks, we might be able to identify patterns and extrapolate what it's trying to say.
We'll work on the problem from here. Kirk out.
Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you. Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you.
Okay, what do we have to do now? Scan it.
This projection is being cycled at 1,000 frames a second, which suggests the equipment was designed to function in the presence of a race that has a sharper visual acuity than the human or Vulcan races.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Johns to lick it.
It seems to have the best points of both the Alphans and Omegans.
Alright, let's see if we can get, maybe Spock can, like, is this Spock?
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed...
I didn't ask you, Spock. I want you to push the buttons.
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates... I do not see the logic in that action. I cannot affect this projection, Captain. Still, this is a very well done three-dimensional projection of a computer-generated form. The program and the equipment are very sophisticated.
We take pride in our workmanship.
Thanks. Okay, well, my guess is maybe we need to do something. Maybe the satellites outside work now. So let's try those.
Aside from this sensor array, there is nothing unexpected here.
Maybe we can shoot him. Let's try shooting him. Shoot.
Destroying the control mechanism is not in the best interests of this mission. I had not thought of making the array appear as weathered as the rocks, but then I rely on logic to govern my actions. I had not thought of making the array appear as weathered as the rocks. Destroying the control mechanism...
I'm not trying to destroy it, I'm trying to power it. It doesn't seem to... Well, I guess I never actually tried to use it, so maybe I should try to use it. Maybe it works now.
Captain, until power has been returned to these controls, there is nothing I can do.
How do we return power to these controls? Huh?
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to the Medaille sensor dish on Vulcan. It has locked the array at a 35-degree angle. Without knowledge of the code control sequence, I cannot adjust it. I also detect that its power core is not functioning. It operates on geothermal energy, tapping into heat from the ground below.
Okay. I thought we were gonna fix this when we dealt with the, it's over here. What do you think's over here? We haven't been over here yet. No, there's another one. There's 3 of them. Okay. Are they all broke?
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Captain, perhaps you should not use the sensor controls.
Are they all broken? I assume they're all broken. But I guess I don't know that.
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to... Captain,
Yeah,
until
it's still broken. What do we need to do?
Kirk's Enterprise.
Enterprise to Captain. Mr. Scott wishes to know if you're ready to beam up.
Not yet, Uhura. Kirk out.
Okay.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage.
Yeah, I've already figured that out.
These rocks are approximately 1.3 billion years old. These rocks are approximately
1.3 billion.
Captain, the controls indicate the device is aligned at an angle approximately 35 degrees above the horizon. There appears to be some sort of anomaly in the control program that has misaligned the controls. But
hey. Alright, let's try. There's 3 of them. I don't know what the hell we're doing here. I have no idea what's going on.
the array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. This array appears focused on a point approximately...
Yeah, we got that.
This appears to be similar to Federation technology.
Yeah, we got that too. Is this one 1.3 billion too?
Nothing unusual about that object.
What about this? 1.3 billion?
This rock is a secondary formation produced by the interaction of plates, earthquakes, and volcanism.
Okay. Cool. Volcanism?
All these rocks make me think about someday getting back into the sport of rock climbing. Anyone else interested in trying it?
I see no logic in such an activity.
I pass.
I'm not a mountain goat, Jim.
So much for the spirit of adventure.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
1.3
These
billion?
rocks are approximately 1.3 billion years old and are volcanic in origin.
Cool.
Nothing unusual about that object,
So
Captain.
you're saying there was a volcano, and probably maybe the volcano doesn't work anymore? Is that what we're getting at here? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand what we're supposed to do.
This appears to be the most accessible spot to heat the rocks below the ground and generate geothermal energy for the array.
What? What are you talking about? What?
This appears to be the most accessible spot to heat the rocks below the ground and generate geothermal energy for the array.
Can I shoot it? Shoot it then. Let's do it.
The energy level is insufficient, Captain. We cannot generate the energy level needed to provide geothermal energy with hand phasers.
If it's thermal energy you want, Jim, I remember this planet that used a starship's phasers on a microwave setting to heat the surrounding rock to provide temporary power.
An interesting observation, Doctor. We could use the same technique here, but the beam would have to be extremely precise. If we targeted the wrong section, we could melt the rock and destroy the array.
Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Do it. That means we have to use our communicator.
Kirk to Enterprise. Sulu, can you read me?
Sulu here, Captain. How can I help you?
The Enterprise should broadcast a low-level microwave beam at the coordinates I am sending.
We have them, Mr. Spock. Get ready. Stand away from the blast area.
Stand by, ready for weapons position.
Oh, we're moving. I mean, I think you should stand further away than...
Sending microwaves now.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it.
Temperature near the power coupling is rising rapidly. I estimate a below-ground temperature of 345 degrees Kelvin is required to reactivate the array. It is at 320, 330, 335, 340, 345, 350.
Shut off the beam, Mr. Sulu.
Affirmative, Captain.
The array is now drawing power. We were successful.
Cool. Now can we use it?
Spock, see what you can do with this.
Captain, the parameters of this sensor have been preset. I suggest we do not change them unnecessarily.
Oh! That's probably the message. It's probably... Oh! It's probably to receive the message that we were supposed to get. Let's go back in there. I mean, yeah, that's Sulu is like... knows what he's doing. Let's see if we can talk to this dude now. Well, it's projection, I guess.
Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you. Thank you for your hard work.
That would be a no. That would be a no. That would be a no. I think we still need to mess with the controls of them. Are they all? I guess they're all powered now. Let's go check it out.
Captain, the parameters of this sensor have been preset. I suggest we do not change them unnecessarily.
Alright. He said one of them was messed up, so I'm guessing we need to fix the messed up one. Didn't he say one was messed up? I thought he said one was set incorrectly.
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Okay.
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Alright. How about this one?
Captain, the parameters of this sensor have been preset. I suggest we do not change them unnecessarily.
Well, what do you mean to do, Spock?
All these rocks make me think about...
I see no logic in such an activity.
I pass.
I'm not a...
so much.
I didn't mean to do that. What am I supposed to do?
This appears to be similar to Federation technology.
Yeah, we've already seen that. All right, let's scan. Maybe with it on, we can figure out how to set the controls correctly. Maybe we need to tricorder it.
I will need to adjust the controls before the sensor array is realigned.
Well, do it. I told you to do it before, you dingus. You're not very logical, Spock.
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Okay.
The array is a precision instrument that shows a high degree of machining. The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The support beneath the base is weak and crumbled. It is aligned to a point approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
Interesting controls, right, Spock?
Fascinating, Captain.
Oh my God, Spock, just do it.
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Should we blast them? What should we do? Should we blast him?
The array is a precision instrument that
Should we blast him? That's the question.
Scotty, I need a calculation from the main computer.
While I know the computers on the Enterprise aren't quite as good as our engines, I think she'll manage.
I am sending the problem.
Ugh, that was too easy, Mr. Spock. The angle is 32.5 degrees.
Thank you, Mr. Scotty.
So is there anything else you need, Captain?
Not now, Scotty. Kirk out.
What? What? I don't understand. How was I supposed to know that? I just did it because I thought it might be a good idea. How was I supposed to know to call the freaking Enterprise to use their computers to calculate a math problem on how to reset these controls? How was I supposed to know to do that? I don't get it.
I am now attempting to realign the device to 32.5 degrees. It should now be correctly aligned.
Why didn't you just tell me I needed it? Why didn't you tell me this, Spock? He said the controls aren't working properly. That's all he said. The controls aren't working properly. He didn't say the controls aren't correctly aligning. I don't know. I go moon logic that one too. That's 4 moon logics. This game's just not giving us enough feedback. That's the problem.
Thank you, Captain, for your aid in constituting my
Hey, there we go.
and in the unexpected necessary realignment of our communications array. You have performed admirably. Of the 16 stations reporting at this point, there have been 50% fatalities, 30% other failures, and only 20% successes. One group got points for style.
Points for style? Is this some sort of game? Not another alien race with a superiority complex. Who are you this time? Your appreciation is welcome, but many questions remain unanswered. Who are you?
I am Sississa, a projection of a synthesis of Ozra and Visner. Clearly you know that the primitive life forms you have been dealing with are incapable of creating that in which you now stand. You will also note that the more demonic of the creatures displayed a passivity you did not expect, while the morally pure creature was aggressive and bloodthirsty.
The contradictions were noted and duly dealt with. I take it you were testing us on our ability to deal with disparate and contradictory inputs.
Yes, your reasoning ability was being tested, as well as your ability to adapt to new ideas when they conflict with deeply held beliefs and cultural customs. You passed quite admirably. The Brassica were impressed.
I'm not clear on who the Brassica are.
Captain, from this site, I can deduce various things about the Brassica. They are taller and more slender than we are. They are possessed of 3 fingers and a thumb on each hand. I suppose bilateral symmetry, and I know they possess greater visual acuity than humans. They visited this place well before humans had left the Cro-Magnon stage of development. And I note they have avoided detection by us, and presumably every other race in the universe, before they decided to send out signals to bring us to their bases.
Thank you, Mr. Spock.
And more you shall know as you continue on the quest. I wish you luck.
Kirk to Enterprise. Scotty, 4 to
Okay.
beam up.
Okay.
Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
In this case, Bones, a new beginning. We were the midwives for the rebirth of a life form. 2 halves that have been made whole again. That's the way it was meant to be.
And let us hope that this is the end of Ensign John's prejudices.
We can all learn to stop judging people by appearances. Ensign Johns might have done well to remember the biblical representation of Lucifer, appearing in the guise of an angel of light.
You can never trust anybody. And people who
Yeah.
look like pointy-eared hobgoblins are definitely at the bottom of the list.
It appears that Dr. McCoy did not learn the lesson of this mission either. Unfortunate, but not unexpected.
Fortunately, the Alphans and the Omegans learned philosophy and personal belief are not as easily divorced from logic as some would believe. We humans attain our greatest fulfillment when both of them are united.
Really, Captain?
Really? But I've had enough philosophy for one day. I'd
Me
rather
too.
worry about these Brassica and their cosmic quest.
Well, with me aboard, we're sure to get points for style.
Many questions remain unanswered, Captain.
And there's only one way to answer them.
Captain, message from Starfleet.
Bring it up, Lieutenant.
I reviewed your report.
I better
on your
get a
recent
perfect
assignment,
score
Captain,
this time.
and have a few comments. Well done, Kirk. Keep up the good work. I must say, however, your performance is not what we've come to expect from James T. Kirk. I guess we all have our off days,
What
Captain.
could I have done?
Pain out.
Ahead, Mr. Sulu. Warp Factor 5.
Leaving orbit. Increasing to warp factor 5.
What in the world is this? What could I have done better? Pick different dialogue options? I don't know.